Hello everyone, happy Saturday. You know what that means. It's trivia time with Doug at the Tualatin Library. That's me, here to bring you 3 more rounds of delicious trivia goodness, good for the soul, good for the heart and mind. Let's get right into it. Round 1 is called How Sweet It Is, and we have some sweet, sugary trivia coming at you. Here we go. Number 1. Maple syrup. The delicious rendered sap of the maple tree comes in several grades of quality. In 2014, which U.S. state became the first to adopt the USDA's new maple syrup grading standards? The USDA grades maple syrup in this state. U.S. state became the first to adopt these standards before they were completely ratified between the US and Canada, which is kind of cool. Collaboration. Number 2, this genus of succulents produces a popular liquid sweetener. A genus of succulents produces a liquid sweetener. Number 3, this well-known artificial sweetener was approved by the FDA in 1981. And it's roughly 200 times sweeter than table sugar, an extremely well-known artificial sweetener. 1981. Okay, number 4. More than half of the 8.4 million tons of sugar produced annually in the U.S. comes from this vegetable. More than half the 8.4 million tons of sugar. What vegetable in the U.S.? Okay, number 5. They have the highest metabolism of all animals while in flight, and they must supplement their insect-based diet with nectar to keep their energy reserves high. Some species can have over 1,200 beats per minute of their heart. Number 6, this type of sugar is also called fruit sugar, but it's also found in things like honey and certain flowers. A type of sugar also called fruit sugar. Okay, number 7, this viscous syrup is made from the boiling of sugar cane, and it becomes thicker and less sweet the longer it's processed. And speaking of sugar cane, going right into number 8, distilled sugar cane is used to make what type of liquor? One of my favorites. Distilled sugar cane, what type of liquor is made with it? Okay, number 2, or I should say round 2, is called Lost and Not Found. We have some trivia about some missing people, some sneaky people, some people that don't want to be found maybe. Number 1, notoriously difficult to find explorer and striped clothing aficionado Waldo has had 2 girlfriends over the course of his adventures. Name one of them. Waldo, as in where's Waldo? He's had 2 girlfriends that share similar fashion sense as he does. Name one of them. Number 2, after hijacking a Boeing 727 at PDX Airport, you may have heard of it, and successfully ransoming $200,000 from the FBI, this man strapped on a parachute, leapt from the plane in midair, and was never seen again. Some say he's still out there. I'd like to believe. That would be pretty cool, even though he's a terrorist, I guess. Okay, number 3. The son of a famous aviator, this child was kidnapped from his parents' home in New Jersey, triggering a media frenzy and a colossal manhunt that lasted several years. A very famous news frenzy when this happened. The son of a famous aviator. Number 4. She was the first female pilot to complete a solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean, but mysteriously disappeared over the Pacific Ocean while attempting to circumnavigate the globe. Okay, number 5. Around the 1960s, this man was the leader of the largest union in the United States. After years of shady deals, prison time, and a presidential pardon, he mysteriously disappeared in what is most commonly thought of to be a mafia assassination, although neither he nor his body were ever found. A famous case, the leader of the largest union in the US in the 60s. Okay, number 6. Spanish conquistadors scoured South America looking for this legendary city of gold. It was never found, cementing its mythical status. All right, and number 7, located near Miami and San Juan, this section of the Atlantic Ocean is infamous for the amount of ships that mysteriously disappear while sailing through it. And number 8, according to legend, this Russian noble escaped the murder of her entire family and was reported to be alive for decades, with at least 10 women claiming to be her until her death was eventually proven with DNA evidence. Wah wah. Science, so boring. I think she's still out there. I want to believe. Okay, and round 3, yet another visual round. Today we've got weird animals. So we're going to have 8 strange, unorthodox animals up on the screen. I need to know what they are. Whoop! Okay, now we're going to the answers. Going back to how sweet it is, the state that was the first to adopt the USDA's maple syrup grading standards in 2014, Vermont. They love that maple syrup. Coffee. Okay, number 2, a genus of succulents that makes a popular liquid sweetener, agave. I always thought agave was a cactus, but it's not. Oops. Okay, number 3, a famous, maybe the most seminal artificial sweetener approved by the FDA, 1981, aspartame. And number 4, more than half of the U.S. sugar production, 8.4 million tons, comes from this vegetable, a beet, a sugar beet. And number 5, highest metabolism of all animals while in flight, it's a hummingbird. And number 6, also called fruit sugar, fructose, as in high fructose corn syrup. Number 7, a viscous syrup made from sugarcane, molasses, and distilled sugarcane used to make this liquor, rum. Okay, and Waldo's 2 girlfriends, Wilma or Wenda. He likes to date people that have a lot of similarities with himself. That's interesting. And the person that hijacked the Boeing 727 and parachuted out, D.B. Cooper. And the son of the famous aviator, Charles Lindbergh Jr., aka the Lindbergh baby. And the first woman to complete a solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean, Amelia Earhart. And the leader of the largest union who mysteriously disappeared, probably killed by the mob, Jimmy Hoffa. And the South American city of gold, El Dorado, and located near Miami and San Juan, this portion of the Atlantic Ocean, the Bermuda Triangle or the Devil's Triangle, and the Russian noble that allegedly escaped the murder of her entire family, Grand Duchess Anastasia Romanov. And weird animals, number 1, we have a naked mole rat. Number 2, a Tasmanian devil. Number 3 is a axolotl. Number 4 is a wallaby. Number 5 is a gooey duck. Number 6 is a tapir. Number 7 is an echidna. And number 8 is a platypus. So thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful Saturday evening. I hope it's wonderful. It's about 10:30 in the morning right now. But I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will be back next week with more trivia goodness. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.